back to Ohio Hilltops. My name's Dave, and today's video is going to be about, in my opinion, the perfect homeowner saws. Here we have Stihl MS250 and its little brother, the MS017. So we're going to go ahead and cover some of the pros and the cons of each of these, discuss some of the specifications, and talk about the price points of each. And I'll go ahead and throughout the video leave a couple links, maybe put in a couple clips of these in action. We're going to cover, like I said, the price of each, the specs. We're going to do a demonstration of the cut speed, and basically just my overall review of my experiences with these two saws. So stick around and we'll get to it. So throughout this video, I'm going to try to control as much of the variable as possible by first putting a fresh edge on each of the chains. We're going to cut two different types of wood here. One's going to be an ash limb that is just fallen, and the other is a green sugar maple that I had to take out for a future road. But we're going to cut on the similar pieces of wood there, get a speed comparison, and let you all decide and try to give you my honest opinion about it. Let you all decide what saw, if any, might be for you. Maybe maybe your forest is a lot bigger of trees and you're going to need something bigger like the Farm Boss, or on up to say a 362 Pro, or really the sky's the limit on these. But for me, most of the trees that I cut on the property are anywhere from 3 to 4 inch limbs all the way up to 18-20 inch trees, kind of the biggest that I cut. It's a junior forest here, and a little background on the firewood that I do cut. I heat with the central boiler, an outside boiler. I'll try to post a link up above there if you're interested in that. But I cut anywhere between, I'm going to estimate, 4 to 6 cords of wood a year. I'm going to be preparing now for a third winter here. And a background before, I've cut firewood probably since I was a young teenager there with my dad helping out all the time. I'm no expert by any means, but I have cut a lot of firewood. But we'll go ahead and get into the testing and let you all decide.
With the Stihl MS170, 30 cc's with 1.7 horsepower, weighing 8.6 pounds. MS250, 45.4 cc's, 3 horsepower, 10.1 pounds. The Farm Boss, 50.2 cc's, 3.5 horsepower, 12.3 pounds. The 362 Pro, 59 cc saw, 4.7 horsepower, weighing 12.3 pounds.
could help influence your decision a little. MS250, you can apply a fair amount more pressure to it while you're cutting. The 017 though, really light, and you can whip this thing around all day. Whereas this one, even though it's still a lighter saw, you can really tell the difference after an hour or so of clearing. These rounds from the maple are about 8 inches diameter, where the ash, I would say about 5 inches diameter. So both, as you can see there, we got pretty good shavings from them. Both the saws, I just put a decent edge on them. They're not razor sharp, but sharp enough to cut firewood with. So in general, I wanted to post this video to give you, the homeowners, the landowners, the farmers, you know, the person who's going to just basically cut a fair amount of firewood, wanted to give you an idea of what these small saws are capable of. Granted, a bigger saw cut a lot faster, you know, a lot more power, but for me, for instance, that 250 is plenty big enough. It's lightweight. However, depending on if I get into some bigger firewood and whatnot, I may try to upgrade to a bigger saw. In general, I think I'd like to shoot for the 362 as a big saw for me. Granted, it's not really entirely a big saw, but plenty big enough for the average homeowner. But I hope these comparisons helped you. As I mentioned before, the specifications, check out some of them videos, and if you like firewood in general, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're always into something outside, being tractors, firewood, and animals on the hobby farm. But I thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully this information helps y'all, and we'll see you next time on the highest hilltops. Y'all take care.